Sup. Some time ago, I was looking at pre-launch of the Kickstarter for Postal 2 Redux. At that time, they had over 10,000 followers and a goal to reach 15,000 followers. And they got over 15,000 followers literally the last day of the pre-launch. So we got it, there will be the pigeon mission. Sunny Daze even recorded this video.
You did it. We got the budget for the pigeon mission. Yeah, and I'm cracking up. Thank you so much. Thanks to everyone out there in the Postal community. You're amazing. To all the new gamers and all the new Postal fans. Get ready. Get ready. The pigeon mission is coming.
Hell yeah. So wholesome. Anyway, the Kickstarter campaign started at 13th August and West posted this video. The Postal 2 Redux Kickstarter is live now. Go pledge.
The last few years have been non-stop questions about this. Bring Postal 2 to mobile, bring Postal 2 to PlayStation, bring Postal 2 to VR. And it's like, no, it wasn't happening. And now it is.
Oh man, that's fucking awesome.
People are like, Postal 2 is perfect. Why would you do this?
Well, the answer is really very simple. Why not? It's 2025. It's been over 20 years. The community deserves it.
The original game is so good in all the imperfections that make it what it is. And that's not going away. It's always going to be there. We just want to bring the new game up to date.
We made sure we listened to the community, what Postal means to people, why they love it, so that we don't lose any of that along the way as we're developing Redux.
And quite frankly, Postal 2 is the original game that built the Postal community. And Redux is the one that's going to just take it over the top.
That's the magic of what Postal 2 is. It really is. It's got an amazing fan community that has endlessly worked on mods, and we've hired them and we've brought them in to continue to work on this game.
There's cool things that Postal 2 fans have been asking for years to get in the game. And finally,
So they talking about why they're making the remake, about the modding community, so cool. But here they show for the first time a new Postal Dude model and looks kinda meh. But they immediately explained that's an old model. And that's how the new model looks like. It looks better. I don't know if it's the final version, but in my opinion it's okay. Especially that zoom on the right that shows more details on the face. I think it's good.
there's cool things that Postal 2 fans have been asking for years to get in the game. And finally, with the Kickstarter, they have a chance to get those in there.
I'd say the ultimate stretch goal would be Postal 2 the week after. We've always wanted to tell the tale of what happens in between Postal 2 and Postal 4 with new celebrities and some new characters and not that hellscape game that we don't talk about.
So the ultimate stretch goal is the week after, and it's a story between Postal 2 and Postal 4. So I'm curious about that. Is it gonna be about Dude's adventures in Arizona after Paradise Lost? Are they planning to also remake Paradise Lost in the Redux? Cause for now the story between Postal 2 and 4 is Paradise Lost, and I don't think they want to decanon it. So I'm guessing story between Paradise Lost and No Regrets, but I don't know about Paradise Lost to Redux. It will be awesome, so I hope for it now. Didn't think they're gonna Redux Apocalypse Weekend, but they are, so maybe the same gonna happen with Paradise Lost. We'll see.
The stretch goal I'm most excited for is anything around online play, because as crazy and fun as Postal 2 is, it's even more fun when you play with friends. On top of that, we've got brand new multiplayer modes that we've just dreamed up, especially around the mechanics of Postal. And you know what that means? Pissing on each other.
I'm really gonna bust if I don't take a piss immediately. Ah, that's the stuff.
And the most exciting part that we are making it for cross-platform, including VR.
The Kickstarter is for Postal 2 Redux. Postal 2 VR is going to benefit from it as well. Any of the stretch goals hit will also come across to Postal 2 VR.
So for the first time ever, you get a chance to form what the final version of this game could actually look like, just by backing the Kickstarter.
We're going to bring to you the opportunity to piss, to do things that you could have never imagined before in 2026. And that's what our commitment is to you.
I think one of the coolest features that people tend to love is when you cut someone's and then you to the dog will head and you will then be able to pet the dog.
Yes. Honestly, weird they didn't add option to pet a dog in original Postal 2 with its big patches for years. Maybe it's a limitation of the engine, I don't know, but we got petting dogs and cats even in Postal 4. It is a must in Redux of 2.
Which you haven't been able to do in the past.
The real reason to have the Kickstarter is for us to go beyond anything any of us could have imagined. And while we're in development, it's to not stop any new ideas.
One of the things that we talked about early on when making this company was we just want to make games that we want to play. We are all just gamers in the end. And when we saw that we had a chance to do Postal 2, we couldn't pass that up.
As a gamer, the thing I look forward to most is just the freedom of Postal 2. Although you're playing the Postal 2 dude, you're not constrained by a narrative and missions that you have to go to where you're just watching things play out. You are the Postal Dude. You decide what he does. You decide how to go through your day.
I think it's kind of that freedom built in with an ingenious AI system that just rewards you messing about.
If you're a fan of Postal 2 and you are super excited about this project, I think the most important thing you can do is back the Kickstarter. Make sure you share it with your friends and your family, people you don't know, people you hate, people you love.
None of us are huge.
Well, I don't think anyone who don't know about this project watches this video, but if there is someone like that, I'm happy to inform you about Postal 2 Redux Kickstarter campaign. Link in the description.
None of us are huge companies. Team Beef, Latvia Studios, Running with Scissors. We are just gamers trying to make games. And the Kickstarter will allow us to help you, the fan, get the game to exactly where you want it to be.
The cool thing about Kickstarter is there's a ton of great rewards. Anytime you want to have a key for the game, be it for Redux or for VR, you're going to be able to buy that, likely at a price that's going to be cheaper than retail when it comes out.
You're going to be able to piss like never before, endless streaming using today's technology. Now you can take that to the urinal.
Sorry, I need to take a piss. Sign my petition, damn it.
Now let's see the Kickstarter page, but first thing, this. Funded in 1 day batch. So the funny thing is the 15,000 followers goal at the pre-launch was made at the last day, but the Kickstarter was funded on the first day. For the Kickstarter funded, we got this video on RWS Twitter. You did it! In just 1 day, Postal 2 Redux is funded. And we're just getting started. Stretch goals are live, more rewards to grab, get in on it here. And the link to the Kickstarter. Let's see the video first.
Hey everybody, Vince Desi here from Running with Scissors. I just want to give a big scream, fire! We did it! 250K.
Thank you for all the support from the amazing VR community and the amazing Postal community. We really appreciate everything you've done. From the VR community that I've known and loved for a long time, to the Postal community that I've just joined, that I'm super proud to be part of now.
First, we hit 15,000 followers to assure the pigeon mission is coming, which is nuts. And then we hit our initial goal of $250,000 in under 30 hours. Thank you to everybody that supported. That is nuts. We've been celebrating like crazy. This is amazing.
As a development studio, being funded directly by fans just gives us the freedom to be able to create the game the fans want and deserve without any compromises.
Obviously, this is just the beginning. We have a lot more planned. We've got some crazy stretch goals that I'm sure a lot of you want to see as I...
Here we see some stretch goals. The first, Kickstarter funded, is obviously cleared. The next one is time of day effect. So I'm guessing this is what I was talking about when watching the lighting showcase video. Maybe there will be more about it on the Kickstarter page, so we'll see if I was guessing correct, how it's gonna look, or will it be completely different.
A lot of comments about it. We've got Apocalypse Weekend reimagined. We've got Paradise Lost. We've got...
Oh, so they are making Paradise Lost. So there's an answer to my question from before. Cool. So the week after will be about week after the Paradise Lost and not Apocalypse Weekend. Good. Good.
We've got multiplayer support. We've got co-op support. We've got console modding.
Multiplayer support and co-op support. So there's difference. Maybe we'll get Share the Pain back on Postal 2 Redux. That would be awesome, not gonna lie.
Support. We just need to make sure you guys keep backing this Kickstarter.
I can't thank you enough. Thank yourselves. Be proud of yourselves. Be proud to everyone in the community. Here we go.
Ah, that's the stuff. I guess I better get started.
That's the stuff indeed. Okay, now let's see the Kickstarter page and maybe learn some more about the project. The video is the same as on YouTube. We got almost $390,000 pledged, over 3.5 backers, and less than 2 weeks to end of the campaign. Story. It's finally time to relive a week in the life of the Postal Dude. A hapless everyman just trying to check off some chores. Postal 2 Redux is a ground-up revival of the filthiest sandbox on Earth. Sharper, louder, bloodier, and finally arriving on modern consoles. If you wanted tasteful restraint, you backed the wrong campaign. Same Postal, no engine, zero apologies. Here we have the new model of Postal Dude, the gift from the previous teaser. Follow us on Insta, X, TikTok, store, that goes to Steam page. How we got here. In 2002, Run with Scissors began work on Postal 2 as an open-world and darkly humorous sequel to the isometric-styled first title. Blast, chop, and piece your way through a freak show of American caricatures in this darkly humorous first-person adventure. Meet Crotchy, the toy mascot gone bad. Visit your Uncle Dave at his besieged religious cult compound and battle sewer-dwelling Taliban when you least expect them. Endure the sphincter-clenching challenge of cannibal rednecks, corrupt cops, and berserker elephants. Accompanied by Champ, the dude's semi-loyal pitbull, battle your way through open environments populated with unpredictable NPCs, creating emergent and surprising situations. Utilize an arsenal of weapons ranging from a humble shovel to a uniquely hilarious rocket launcher. Excerpt from Postal 2 on Running with Scissors website. Welcome back to Paradise. Postal 2 was released in 2003. Critics were incensed, amused, shocked, appalled, and entertained, and the game earned a Guinness World Record for being the most critical, divisive video game. Gamers were less concerned with critics, and the game found a passionate cult following drawn to its dark satire, freedom of choice, and the focus of just allowing the player to have fun. however they see fit. Most critically, divisive video game. Running with Scissors remained a passionate indie developer and kept focus on improving the game in service of the loyal Postal community. The game received fixes, extra platform support, and new content. Share the Pain, a multiplayer update, Apocalypse Weekend, a 2-day expansion with new enemies, weapons, and story, and later Paradise Lost, a full new campaign that picked up the tale years later were released over the following 13 years. Modding and community expression is one of the key flagstones of Running with Scissors ethos. Steam Workshop support was added and created a huge modding scene. They even hired a lot of the prominent community modders to work officially on the game. That ongoing support and dedication from Running with Scissors turned Postal 2 into more than just a game from 2003. Engaging directly with fans has kept Postal 2 beloved for over 2 decades, a rare case of a controversial title growing into one of PC gaming's most enduring cult classics, with over 100,000 reviews on Steam and an overwhelmingly positive score. E. VR and Redux. In 2024, Team Beef, a small indie studio known for their work on classic 2000s games, approached Running with Scissors to fulfill something fans have wanted for years: the ability to play through the game in VR. Alongside Flat 2 VR Studios, Postal 2 VR was officially announced in March 2025. Here's some teaser GIF. As part of converting the game for VR, Team Beef decided the best route was to port the game into a modern engine. As this became a reality, as did the possibility for the game hit flat screen for modern consoles, previously limited by the original Unreal 1.5 engine. It was clear as soon as this happened, making the game work was just the start of our ambitions. It's time for Postal 2 to get a long-deserved remaster alongside a ton of new content, reimaged DLC and a lot more. We hope you join us on this journey. Why Kickstarter? 20 years later, Postal 2 is still selling, still memed, but confined by limited platform support and its older engine. Console players want it, Mac players can't even launch it. Doing it right, new engine, modern pipelines, rebuilt assets, smarter systems, and also expanding the universe and continuing the story of Postal 2 costs real money. To that end, we need to gauge the community interest in this happening. If the interest is there, we also want to engage with the community up front, rather than turn up with something in 12 months and hope it's what people want. Postal 2 has always been a journey. We want to bring you along on the next phase of this adventure. Kickstarter lets us do that without some suit leaning over the keyboard asking us to tone it down. No creative half measures, we answer only to Running with Scissors and you. Postal 2 Redux is for the fans. Your home just as you remembered it. Well, the trees are smaller and the shed is different. But I'm not complaining, it's fine. It also lets us scope transparently. The core vision stays intact. Same Postal dude, same week, same freedom, rebuilt to run everywhere and last another 2 decades. The more support we get, the more of the weird, wonderful Postal stuff we can add, without compromising what made it fun in the first place. This means possibly online modes, such as co-op playing, and a return of multiplayer modes. By return of multiplayer modes, you mean Share the Pain? I hope. Love it. We also want to bring the complete reimagining of Apocalypse Weekend back to players. Reimagining, so the weekend will be changed. Honestly, changing that is, in my opinion, very welcomed. But we have ambitions beyond that. Postal 2, the week after, would bridge the gap between the events of Postal 2 and its expansions and Postal 4, and we want your help in making that happen. And another confirmation that the week after will be between Paradise Lost and No Regrets. Why now? Because the stars finally align. Team Beef is neck deep in the inner workings, Impact Inked is publishing, Erwes is riding shotgun, and the plan is locked. This is the moment to harden the tech, widen the audience, and make Paradise Riot ready for modern hardware. Short version, you want Postal 2 back the way you remember it, only faster, sharper, and stable on everything. You want more Postal 2 and to play with and against friends. Kickstarter is how we get there without flinching. No details brings Paradise even more to life. More trash to kick around and also more trees and bushes. What's new in Redux? And the new Postal Dude mobile? A modern backbone. We're hauling Postal 2 into Unity so it runs perfectly on modern hardware. This gives us the ability to have completely scalable requirements. Basically, for every platform this comes to, it will look as good as it can for the hardware. Loading zones begun. Paradise streams in as you walk. No more load screens, just roam and ruin. A complete graphical upgrade. Higher resolution textures, upgraded shaders and materials and lighting make every billboard, back alley and biohazard pop. Guns with bite. Balancing the combat based on community feedback. Weapons are being rebuilt to hit harder, punch through flesh, and send bodies flopping with proper ragdolls. You'll feel the boom. Does it mean the headshots will finally work in Postal 2? Fuck yeah! No more wasting 2 bullets on one NPC. Check out my insights. Shopping malls, restaurants, office, arcades, stuffed with destructible props. Let loose and see the world explode in front of your eyes. Hope my laptop won't explode. Crowds that find trouble faster. Civilians still snitch and cops still overreact, but smarter pathing means they get to the chaos quicker and make it messier when they do. Champ gets promoted from mascot to menace. Pet him, point him, weaponize him, man's best friend finally acts like it. Built to break out of the PC cage. Targeting PC and modern consoles so Paradise can spread its disease broadly and legally. Quality of life everywhere. Widescreen done right, modern inputs, fewer crashes, smarter UI, the boring necessities so the fun stuff can be loud. Here the showcase of lighting. Rewards. 1,800 each shit. Kickstarter exclusive content. Oh. Back the Kickstarter exclusive tier or higher and receive the following in-game rewards. Please note standard keys do not receive these rewards. New Postal Dude skin. We finally get to see Postal 1 Dude brought to life in 3D with Redux. New weapon. We'll be running a poll during the campaign to let the Kickstarter backers decide what new weapon they'd like to see in the game. The poll is only available to backers. Your choices will be one from the following. Option 1. Sawblade gun. excellent for decapitations? Will this powerful industrial machine get your vote? Option 2. A compound hunting bow. Who will become your prey? Option 3. AK-47. It's been into promotional material, but an odd omission from Postal Dude's arsenal. Will the Postal Dude wield this iconic Soviet gun? New power-up. Helping Hand. For years, there's been talk of something else. An unseen hand guiding the Postal Dude through chaos. Some say the Postal Dude's been cursed since the beginning. Others say he's protected. Both might be true. In Postal 2 Redux, you'll finally meet the shadow that's been following you for years. It answers only to you, and once summoned, it will slaughter everything in sight before vanishing in one violent act. Trailer Extras. Redux opens up one area never shown in the original game. Finally, the Postal Dude has entry into the trailer. Just don't expect his wife to complain any less. Finally, see what the Postal Dude's home feels like. As part of this Kickstarter exclusive, there will be more VHS tapes for you to watch showing never before elsewhere videos. There will also be exclusive boxes from the Postal Dude's games. So it all sounds cool and great and awesome, but I don't like its Kickstarter exclusive content. I honestly never liked the idea of exclusive content or time-limited stuff. I would prefer if everyone who will buy the game would get the same game with the same stuff. It will suck for someone who, for example, learned about Postal in few years, collected and played all the games, but then learned that their copy of Postal 2 Redux doesn't have some weapons and location just because they didn't know about the series those few years before. That's just my opinion. Love the idea for new content, don't like its exclusive. Shout collectively and get Postal 2 Redux physically. Impact Inked, Team Beef and Running with Scissors are proud to announce a special collaboration with Lost in Cold for the physical release of Postal 2 Redux. Postal 2 Redux is being offered through Lost in Cold with an exclusive Kickstarter backer exclusive art by a world-renowned artist. The ink is still being dried, but we can't wait to share what we have in store. This physical version will be available for PlayStation 5. The production team is also dedicated to working with Does It Play to ensure that the physical edition contains everything you need to play on the disc. So no matter what happens to digital storefronts, you can still enjoy Paradise. So for now the physical version is planned only for PS5, and again a Kickstarter exclusive, but this time it's only a cover for the box, so that's okay in my book. Exclusive cover is fine in my opinion, till we have a regular, not exclusive cover for unlimited time. More options for pledges. VIP, become an NPC, message from the Postal Dude, smoke your cat, best doggo, Gamescom 2026, meet and greet. Want your pet in Postal? Or maybe a special message from Rick Hunter, the Postal 2 Dude himself. We have a variety of pledge types available to help customize your experience to your liking. Update more options for add-ons. We are adding some additional add-ons on Sunday, August 17th at 11 AM EST, so backers can enhance their pledges. These new add-ons allow you to mark your spot in Postal 2 Redux and Postal 2 VR. Backers can choose to be added to a wanted poster, design the ultimate parody game of their dreams, and so much more. Learn more here. For existing backers, click on Manage Your Pledge on the top right corner while on this page. Then, on the next screen, click Change Your Pledge. This will pull up a selection of different pledges. To add a new add-on, click on your existing pledge, and that will bring up a screen where you can add additional add-ons to your existing pledge. For new backers, you'll be given a chance to choose your add-ons after selecting a pledge. For more information about these add-ons, check out our update. Update number 3. 275k reached. Time of day effects unlocked. Edit. An earlier version of the post had a graphic with the incorrect amounts listed for the stretch goals while the text had updated information. The graphic is now updated and accurate. We asked for help. You answered fast. Thanks to you, the campaign just crossed $275,000 and unlocked time of day effects for Postal 2 Redux. Huge thanks to every backer who jumped in, shared the project, and kept the hype rolling. As promised, hitting 275k also triggers a reveal, so we are pulling back the curtain on 2 new stretch goals in this update. Read on for the details. What just unlocked at 275k? Time of day effects are now officially in scope for Redux and VR. We will share early looks as implementation takes shape. What's next? Next milestone, 300k sandbox mode. At $300,000 we will add a sandbox mode to the games. We are nearly there. Stretch goals. Welcome to bonus hell. Kickstarter funded cleared, time of day effects cleared, sandbox mode, console modding support, co-op support, and Apocalypse Weekend reimagined. Oh, so there might be no AW if you won't get 700k. Damn. Newly revealed future milestones. 600k co-op support for Postal 2 Redux and Postal 2 VR. Team up and make an even bigger mess. This goal adds cooperative play to both versions. 700k Apocalypse Weekend reimagined. Post-launch paid DLC. A modern take on the infamous expansion, rebuilt for Redux. Expect the spirit of the original's combat-heavy take on a zombie apocalypse to return, but with a shift to Run with Scissors' original unfulfilled version of an open world alongside fresh design, balance and polish. For anyone new to the series, the original Apocalypse Weekend added 2 new days, more linear mission-style levels, new weapons, zombies, and dismemberment systems. Once this is unlocked, backers will have the option to pre-purchase the DLC at a discounted price as an add-on to their order. So it's gonna be a DLC? So I'm guessing Paradise Lost will also be a DLC then. But 700k? But the Pigeon mission for 15,000 followers? Wait, maybe 700k is for the reimagined AW? And if they won't collect so much, they will just make AW how it was in original? I don't know. That one confused me. Reminder, as stated previously, stretch goals we hit for Redux that makes sense for VR will also benefit Postal 2 VR. Keep the momentum going. Share the campaign with friends, group chats, and anyone who ever asked if Postal 2 would return. Join the Discord to chat with the team, vote in polls, and see work in progress pics. Watch the tracker as we push toward 300k and beyond. New add-ons rewards are coming. More add-ons are coming this Sunday 11 AM EST. They will be unlocked for everyone at the same time, allowing backers to customize their pledge with more options. Here are what we are offering. Steam Store Top Shelf, 10 available, $333. Design a fake box art for the Steam Store. Subject to approval by our team, no revisions allowed. Your photo in the newspaper, then available, $600. Backers have the chance to have their name and photo appear in a news article in one of the Daily Paradise newspapers. The accompanying story and where it appears will be written and selected by us. Images are subject to approval and verification. No revisions allowed. Wanted ads in police station, then available, $459. Get your mark on the wall. This is the most wanted add-on. Images and text are subject to approval and verification. No revisions allowed. Missing person on milk, then available, $350. Now you can express just how far gone you are from reality with your name and face on the missing milk containers. 10 spots are available, subject to approval and verification. No revisions allowed. Gravestone names, 16 available, $250. Years need to be before 2003. Backers will need to verify their identity for this reward. No revisions allowed. Pet Cemetery, 16 available, $250. Immortalize your pet in the brand new Pet Cemetery. Backers will need to submit image proof of their relationship with their pets. Ultimate approval rests with the development team. No revisions accepted. Graffiti bathroom messages, 10 available, $500. Submit your art. PSC files are required for submission, and no non-postal IPs or copyrighted images may be used. Mike J's Hall of Friendship, 40 available, $200. By popular request, we are opening this add-on. This will be a separate room from the initial Mike J's Wall of Friendship. Backers will need to verify their identity for this reward. Images are subject to approval. No revisions will be allowed. Okay, that is a great Kickstarter only. Adding your own stuff to the game officially? Yup, approved. Exclusive in-game content? Not so fun. Physical add-ons update. We are working with our partners to make additional options available for players who enjoy owning a physical copy. More information will be shared at a later point. Quick note about PlayStation copies. The PlayStation Store pledges will allow players to activate their keys on PlayStation 4 consoles, PlayStation 5 for Postal 2 Redux. Postal 2 VR players can activate their keys for PlayStation VR 2. We will delist the reward tiers and relisted them with updated text to make that more clear. Backers who previously pledged will not be impacted and still receive their keys when the game is ready to launch. From all of us at Team Beef, Flat2 VR Studios and Running with Scissors, thank you. You are unlocking the ridiculous stuff you have been asking for, and we are back to building. Campaign stretch goals. Time of the day effects. We want Paradise Arizona to look its best, and so do you. With this goal met, we can put extra development resources into getting the lighting just right. As you tick off errands, Paradise shifts from sun-baked afternoons to lamp-lit evenings. so the time will be changing after completing every chore, not only after the last one like I was theorizing. That's cooler. Sandbox mode. Just want to enjoy some R&R in paradise? We'll add a mode where you can roam the world freely and spawn anything you like. Console modding support. Mods and the community are an integral part of the Postal experience, and we want to bring it to all the consoles we can. We'll add support so consoles players can also engage in the mayhem. Featured stretch goals. Stretch goals, welcome to bonus home. Sandbox mode cleared. Yeah, 300k was blah blah blah. More stretch goals will be announced as we hit them. However, we wanted to highlight 2 upcoming goals all Postal fans should be excited about. Apocalypse Weekend Reimagined. If you've never played Apocalypse Weekend, this is Running with Scissors and Postal's take on a zombie apocalypse. It's mad cow infested zombies versus the National Guard versus terrorists. Despite being widely loved by fans, due to budgetary constraints, the game was reduced to a more linear experience than the base game, with some later difficulty spikes. Instead of bringing this across one-to-one, we instead have discussed with Running with Scissors reinstating the original vision in its full open-world glory with a ton of rebalancing and improvements. Pigeon Mission. Reinstating the Pigeon Mission is something we achieved in our pre-launch stretch goals. This means either as part of Apocalypse Weekend, if the campaign stretch goal is hit, or in the original Monday to Friday, players will finally be able to hunt the pigeons. Oh, okay, so the confusion is resolved. We will get the Pigeon Mission even if we won't get Apocalypse Weekend. Okay, I see. The history of Apocalypse Weekend and the Pigeon Mission is covered here by Postal community hero A Buff Wizard. We all love A Buff Wizard, he makes great videos, I recommend to go and watch some of his stuff. Postal 2 the week after. You read that right. The top stretch goal will be an official sequel to Postal 2 and its expansions. Here's Mike J explaining what it means and how we can expect it to bridge the gap between the events of Postal 2 and Postal 4.
I'd say the ultimate stretch goal would be Postal 2 the week after. We've always wanted to tell the tale of what happens in between Postal 2 and Postal 4 with new celebrities and some new characters and not that hellscape game that we don't talk about.
That was just the fragment of the Kickstarter video. Doesn't explain much. Pre-launch stretch goals. Thanks to everyone's support, we've already unlocked several rewards. 15,000 followers reached. We found the budget to do it. The super fun Pigeon Hunter mission will now be coming to Postal 2 Redux and Postal 2 VR. It's been a long time coming. 10,000 followers reached. Steam Workshop modding support will officially come to Postal 2 Redux, thanks to the community. 8,000 followers reached. Postal 4 outfit. 2003 trenchcoat chic is always in a fashion and will be coming back, thanks to all of you. 6,000 followers reached. Mike J's new moves, plus a fresh hair and beard combo, are coming to Postal 2 Redux. You made this happen, you sick beautiful degenerates. The new engine will allow us to deliver better lighting and physics. Cool, more stuff. Meet the team. A word from Running with Scissors. Postal 2 Redux is the culmination of the growing fan requests that we've heard for years along with our own wants for the classic. For it was always one of our greatest desires to bring the game to consoles to deliver the Postal experience to an even wider audience. With the exceptional teams at Team Beef and Plat2 VR Studios on the case, along with the continued support from our beloved Postal fans from all over the world. This campaign will finally make these aspirations of a smoother, more refined Postal 2 on more platforms than we've ever dreamed of before a reality. This is your opportunity to become a backer to secure your copy or simply spread the word of the campaign so you can help build this Postal 2 of tomorrow. Team Beef, Surgeons with a Crowbar. Team Beef has spent years doing the hard, unglamorous work of tearing classic shooters apart and making them sing on wildly different hardware. They live in engines, toolchains, render pipelines, and low-level optimization. If something crashes, they profile it. If something stutters, they stream it. They're the ones rebuilding Postal 2's systems inside Unity, modernizing AI navigation, upgrading weapons and damage reactions, cropping out those empty interiors, and making sure the whole town streams without endless purgatory. Their North Star: preserve the feel, modernize the guts, don't lose the magic. Plat2 VR Studios. Preservation first, platform fluent. Plat2 VR Studios lives at the intersection of Keep the Soul and Ship It Everywhere. They've spent years helping flat classics survive in VR and know exactly where purism ends and player expectations begin. They're here to wrangle platforms, certification, community, marketing, and the messy realities of launching on PC, consoles, and VR at once. They also make sure the improvements Team Beef lands in Redux flow straight into the VR build. No split brain development, no wasted effort. Redux will feature enhancements for a modern audience. Okay, in that one I see the lack of blood on the wall. I mean, I don't know if it's less blood or is it just blend with the wall. That's my problem with a lot of modern graphics. Yes, they look better, but so many things just blend to the background. I need more blood in this room. The Combo Punch. One code base, two ways to play. Building flat and VR in tandem means smarter design, wider testing, and less rework. Optimization bred in captivity. If it can be tuned to run on constrained hardware, it will scream on high-end machines. Respect for the original. No story rewrites, no sanding of the attitude, just the same week in paradise with modern tools, better performance, and more things to break. Fans first. Both teams came from the community. You'll see that in the transparency, the stretch goals, and the way we talk to you like humans in Discord, not marketing bots. TLDR, Team Beef makes it work, Plat2 VR Studios makes it ship. Together, they're the right degenerates to drag Postal 2 into 2026 without neutering it. Thanks for backing. Let's make something beautifully stupid together. Links again: Insta, X, TikTok, and Steam Store. Risks and challenges. Reviving a 20-year-old world on brand new hardware is not a coat of paint. It is surgery on a moving patient with a chainsaw. Here are the real risks and how we plan to handle them. Tech migration is messy. We are hauling Postal 2's logic and assets into Unity, then upgrading or rebuilding what doesn't survive the trip. Unexpected engine quirks, toolchain issues, or performance bottlenecks can slow us down. Mitigation: we log scope per milestone, profile early on every platform, and if something proves bigger than expected, we schedule it for a later milestone or post-launch, rather than ship it half-baked, and we'll communicate that clearly. Third, storefront and regional approvals. Some platforms and territories have stronger stomachs than others. We will ship uncensored on PC. Consoles may require tweaks. Regional authorities may still say no. Mitigation: we already have lines of communication open with platforms holders, and we will design any required alterations to keep the spirit intact. Scope creep and stretch goals. The more you found, the more we can add. That also adds risk. Mitigation: anything unlocked through stretch goals will be budgeted, scheduled, and communicated clearly, and may land after launch if that protects the core game. Scheduling: our target is 2026. Complex ports, certification queues, or expanded scope can push timelines. Mitigation: transparent updates, aggressive internal QA, and shipping when it's ready, not when a calendar says so. Audio, VO, and legacy content. Some older recordings and licenses are tricky to expand or recreate. Mitigation: we will respect what works, replace what cannot be used, and only promise what we know we can deliver. The upside: Team Beef, Flat2VR Studios, and Running with Scissors know this codebase, this community, and this kind of chaos. We've shipped hard projects on harder timelines, and we are very comfortable telling you the truth when something slips. I like what I read here. They seem very open about what they are doing with Postal 2. On the right side of the page, we have some more stuff to read. Flat2VR Studios, support, available rewards. Okay. Founders variant plus digital PS5, $100. Keep your package pristine. Get a copy of Postal 2 Redux physically and a digital copy of the game. Includes a copy of all the Kickstarter bonus content, redeemable on a digital key. Includes all the basic rewards. Thanks, bud. You're not going Postal yet, but we see you. For your support, your name will be immortalized on our official digital wall of appreciation, hosted on our site and AirViews. Plus, you will receive exclusive Kickstarter updates and be able to comment on the campaign. Standard digital key, Steam. All hail Gaben. Postal 2 Redux key or Postal 2 VR for Steam. Steam VR. Standard digital key, Meta. The future is here. This tier includes Postal 2 VR for Meta Horizon. Standard digital key, PlayStation 4, 5. Pick your poison. Get a digital copy of Postal 2 Redux, PS4 or 5, or Postal 2 VR, PS VR 2. On the PlayStation Store, includes basic rewards. Postal 2 Redux is available on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. Postal 2 VR is available on PlayStation VR 2 only. Kickstarter exclusive, plus game Steam. Reward yourself with some exclusive backer-only content and a copy of Postal 2 Redux or Postal 2 VR on Steam. Oof, yeah, that's hard. 200 zł? Yeah, sorry, I'm broke. Can't afford it. Kickstarter exclusive plus game meta. Reward yourself with some exclusive backer-only content. Includes all the basic rewards. This is for the Meta Horizon store. Kickstarter exclusive plus game PS Store. Reward yourself with some exclusive backer-only content. A digital copy of Postal 2 Redux or Postal 2 VR on the PlayStation Store. Postal 2 Redux is available on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. Postal 2 VR is available on PlayStation VR 2 only. Includes some basic rewards. Founders variant physical PS5. Postal 2 Redux physical copy on PS5 with an exclusive Kickstarter only cover plus the Kickstarter exclusive rewards. The cover will be revealed at a later point. Sign physical Postal 2 Redux PS5. Postal 2 Redux Founders variant on the PS5. Signed and numbered, only 250 available. Includes all the basic rewards and a key for all the Kickstarter exclusive content. Gamescom 2026 Meet and Greet. Meet RWS, F2VR, and TB at Gamescom 2026 for a special event exclusive to backers of this tier. Includes an exclusive Gamescom Postal poster signed by everyone that won't be available anywhere else, plus Founders variant. ETA August 2026 for the meet and greet. Deluxe Digital will be available on release. Travel to Gamescom not included. VIP Redux Launch Party VIP invite. Exclusive private launch party in Tucson, Arizona hosted by Running with Scissors and Flat2 VR Studios. Plus sign PS5 Kickstarter variant cover by Running with Scissors. Plus exclusive Postal Redux launch poster signed. Plus exclusive launch swag bag. Want a plus one? That's another $5,000. ETA late 2026. You are responsible for your own travel costs. All gone. Standard digital key PlayStation. A digital Postal Redux key or Postal VR on the PlayStation Store. Kickstarter exclusive plus game PS. Reward yourself with some exclusive backer-only content. Includes all the basic rewards. This is for the PlayStation Store, either Postal 2 Redux or Postal 2 VR. I think those are the ones they're changed. Pet Hall of Fame. Your pet's photo in Postal 2 Redux, Postal 2 VR. Plus a whole bunch of other goodies. Message from the Dude. Personalized audio message from Rick Hunter, the Postal Dude. Up to a minute of length. 48 hours only, signed vinyl. Get an exclusive Postal 2 Redux vinyl signed by RWS team, only available for the first 48 hours of the campaign. The vinyl will be signed and numbered. Includes a digital copy of the game and the Kickstarter exclusive content. Smoke Your Cat. Your cat's likeness in Postal 2 Redux and Postal 2 VR. Warning. Your cat will be subject to burn silencers. For $20. That's funny number. 1,537. That's half of a funny number. Best Doggo. $690. Funny number. 2,524. Not funny number. Your dog's likeness in Postal 2 Redux VR. Warning, your dog may attack and be shot, plus Deluxe Redux tier. ETA 2026. Become an NPC. NPC with your likeness in Postal 2 Redux and Postal 2 VR. Name in the credits as XXX NPC of your choosing. You can also request where in the game they appear. not guaranteed. Plus, Deluxe Redux tier. Note: must be willing to provide images, scans of yourself upon request by the deadline requested. At least 3 months notice given. Also must sign likeness usage contract, which does not include any financial reimbursement. Revisions not allowed. And that's it from the Kickstarter. Like I said, I don't like the idea of exclusive content in the game, but everything else, love it. I'm broke right now, but Postal is my favorite video game series, and Postal 2 is my favorite video game. I believe in this project and I wanna support it, so I will pledge the smallest reward. Thanks bud for $7. That's 26 zł. Not so much, I won't bankrupt from that, but still help a little. And of course, I recommend to look at the campaign yourself and back it if it seems interesting to you. And for the bonus, we have a trailer to Postal Brain Damage the DLC called This Sunny Daze. The dude have his nails painted in white and red nail polish. Is it reference to that this game was made by Polish?
Relaxation at last. For one day, just say fuck it all. What's the worst that can happen?
The people have spoken. They want riots, violence, and a total meltdown of modern civilization. But before all that, one last peaceful summer. So they set the release date of Postal These Sunny Days to September 9th. The decision stands. Irrevocable, irresponsible, irresistible.
Crotchy food truck. I think it's food truck. Anyway, always cool to see crotchy merch in the games.
And that's democracy, baby. Enjoy your final summer.
What is this weapon? A peace gun? Crotchy on the left. A gumball gun. A jackhammer? Also, This Sunny Daze. 9th September. Okay, looks cool. I saw no weapons, no location, no Postal Dude outfit, which would be perfect for cosplay at PyrCon. I was sweating like a devil in that trench coat. Anyway, I didn't see any new hostiles, but I remember there were some vulgar streamers and bitch chads in previous teasers. And again, that 2D animation. Postal cartoon will be so fuck awesome. Maybe one day. But for now, that's it. Go see the Postal 2 Redux Kickstarter, wishlist Postal These Sunny Days on Steam, and have a crutch day.